welcome back to another episode of the Viking Huddle. I'm your host, Trent Scott. Yeah.
For the last time,
I'm with my co-host, Rowan Iwaniuk.
How's it going?
Rowan, how you doing, man?
Doing pretty good.
You got some scholarship money today.
I got a little bit of scholarship money today.
Yeah?
Had a pretty good haul.
I'm going to say you got about...
I think I got $6,000
in scholarship?
Oh, I don't know about dollars. I got to do the math later.
Well, I'll say about like 3,000.
As everybody knows, I'm not good with numbers. But I do have 2 other scholarships that they didn't talk about today, and those are both $1,500.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Oh, man. Big budget.
That just goes to show, though, like, you really, like, if you're going for scholarships, it's not about your academic success, right. Honestly. Like, sure, my GPA is high. It's at 3.7. But my SAT score is 910. It's like, but... You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's really how you are as a person. So
right.
When you apply for scholarships, juniors, whatever, it's about share the things about yourself, not. Well, you know what I mean.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're picking up.
Do a lot of extracurriculars.
Me, yeah. Well, I mean, so it's for some people. It's for I don't know. I like doing stuff. I like being busy. So that's how I am. Different room, by the way.
Different room. We're not in the podcast room because we're doing AP testing in the library.
Yep.
So if you didn't know that, that's where our podcast room is. But we are technically where we started.
Very close.
Just next door.
The main spot where it all started is right there.
Miss Norris's office.
So honestly, there's no better way to end it than where it started.
That's right. But we're just gonna go over a few
couple 2 trees,
some memories. So, what we got you on the podcast as just a guest.
Yeah.
Talk about Now's Noise, your first podcast.
First podcast.
Then I said, you know what? I go up to Corn. You know, my boss. He's my boss.
He's your secretary.
He's my secretary. I'm like, Corn, I need him as my co-host. We were talking about it for like a week, and then Corn finally let it happen.
And I think it was one of the best decisions he's made.
Yeah. Made our how do I say this? Made our channel grow.
Yeah.
With our little jokes and stuff. Rowan's joke of the day. Haven't had that in a while.
That has, yeah.
That was
short lived.
What, a few weeks?
2, I think. 2 podcasts.
Man, that's crazy. Then we started just interviewing. We used to crank out podcasts
almost every day. We had that one time before we went to state.
Yeah, we had like 5 every day. Was a podcast
every day.
That was crazy. That was
fun though.
It was fun. But now we didn't really crank out a lot this semester.
Well, we got busy we were doing our own podcasts.
Yep, we were doing our own podcasts
so that kind of took over everything.
Yeah, and then the videos and
yep. It's been a ride, man.
It's crazy.
Sucks,
so what was your favorite podcast?
So, I was thinking about this on the drive to school today. I was like, I knew we were gonna film our last podcast, and I was like, he's gonna ask me what was my favorite one. I know he is, and I thought to myself, I really can't pick out a favorite one.
Right.
I think every podcast we did was so unique and so fun, and the people we got to meet was just amazing. We got to meet so many people from the community, and I wouldn't change it for anything else. I don't know. It was fun. Every single podcast brought something a little bit new. And so I couldn't tell you a favorite podcast I had. Really?
You didn't like any like good podcasts?
The only other podcast that probably would go above and beyond, and we said this before, was with Miss Azuz and Miss Hess.
Oh, yeah.
I think that one was just a little bit closer to home. It was right before the state or the regional game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that one was just because I grew up with those boys, and I know Miss Azuz was my principal forever since elementary school. So I guess that one was a little better because it was closer to home. But right. I think every podcast we did was amazing in so many different ways. And I think how we grew as, interviewers and podcasters speaking grew. Yeah. I mean,
our speaking got better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
You a little under the weather today?
A little allergies are kicking my butt. Allergy season just started for me, and
it is allergy season.
I passed out during Miss Payne's class when we were reading The Great Gatsby. And then she turns on the audio, this guy reading it every time makes me fall asleep, and I just passed out.
Yeah, I remember reading that.
It's a good book.
It is actually a good book. It's a very good movie, too.
Can't wait to watch that. Man, Rowan, last podcast. Last time. Really, well, so technically today is your last day.
Technically, yes. Tomorrow
is technically your last day, but you'll have a...
We do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
We go all over. I get my cap and gown tomorrow. That's crazy to say.
How many cords did you get?
So I had a blue and gold cord for 3.5 GPA or higher for 4 years. And then I had my my National Honor Society cords. And then I have a stole or whatever you call it for FFA. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Graduation's what, next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Okay. Hopefully everyone's there. Yeah. Should be a big graduation, big class to graduate.
160 something.
Really? We have like 205 kids.
Yeah, I'm not going to your graduation. I'm gonna go watch my brother walk and then leave. And you.
And me. I'll be at the bottom.
Yeah.
I'll be close to it because there's not that many S's at the bottom, but
I don't know if it goes with. Does it go alphabetical order or is it class rank?
It's by last names.
Okay.
I believe it's last name. If it's class ranked, ooh.
Yeah, that kind of exposes everybody.
Yeah.
I guess.
But Rowan, after being on this podcast for God knows how long, since
couple
what,
months,
September?
Since
September.
My first one was the homecoming parade. It was the day of the homecoming parade.
So late September.
So late September, early October. Somewhere up in there.
Yeah, because I remember we were looking out the window.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we're like, oh, there goes the
fire truck. And there goes Sammy. And there goes Paul.
Yep.
So that was the first one.
And now this is the last.
So I don't even know how many months that is.
I'm not good with the calculations here, but I'd say about 8 months.
I don't know about that. September is what? The 9th month?
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 8 months, yeah. Good job.
Hey.
I couldn't have told you that. I had to use my fingers.
I just threw out a guess.
If it would have been over 10, I'd have started using my toes because I can't count higher.
Yeah. But after being on this podcast, what would you say you would change? Like if you went back in the future or back in the past.
Right.
My bad.
Back to the Future. That's
I was thinking about the movie. What would you tell your past self about this podcast? What would you tell him what to do?
What would I tell well, the first thing I'd change would be having the podcast room sooner.
Yeah.
But we didn't grow. I mean, it took once that state game hit and we were cranking out podcasts every week or every day. That's when people started getting into it because they got all the inside stuff. So people were really on it then. And I think since then it's just spider webbing, and if somebody tells another person, then those people tell somebody. Yep. So I think that, and it would have been a cooler background, but obviously, we got it once we got bigger, which was cool, which was great. I don't know what I'd change. I guess, I don't know, it's so hard. Because I feel like what we did was so cool, and it was amazing, everything we did. I guess I'd tell myself to be more, I don't know what I'd say. Have fun with it. Have more fun with it.
Yeah.
I guess sometimes I kind of got quiet. I wish I would have.
You should have spoke up more. A
couple bit. But I mean,
it's all right, though.
We figured it out.
Yeah, we got it going.
Right when we got it down and we had everything figured out, school year had to be over.
Yep. Corn decided to make new assignments for the class.
But you'll have that. Yeah. On those big jobs, like I always say.
Yep, on those big jobs.
On those big jobs, you will have that.
Well, Yeah,
you're down today, dude.
I'm not. I'm down. Like yesterday,
are you sick or?
No, I'm just allergies. Oh. Like I'm tired and like stuffy and can't breathe. Like yesterday,
use your nose.
I can't. Or I'll go like that. But yesterday, at football workouts, Coach Shaw had us do this, like, after workouts, we do, like, this little extra stuff. Man, I was dead. I don't know if I'm not, like, out of shape. I'm a little bit out of shape, but, like, I couldn't breathe. Like, I was, like, laying on the ground. I was like, everyone's like fine. I'm just the one dying in there. It was crazy.
That's allergies.
And I couldn't like, I was like feeling dizzy and I like couldn't breathe. I was like, man,
I've been there.
I was like, I can't wait for summer then.
I've been there.
But to reflect over this past school year, Rowan, you joined the media production class. Who would have thunk? I didn't think you were going to do it.
Thunk.
Yep, that's what Shaw says. Who'd have thunk? Joined the media production class. You joined our podcast. Then you become Mr. Niles.
Then I became Mr. And then I became second runner-up to Mr. Blossom time.
Yep. What a year for you. What a senior year for you.
What a year. I did a lot. I don't know how to say this, but to everybody upcoming to their senior year, or just entering high school or you're in high school.
Right.
Stay involved, but don't be too involved to where you're overdoing yourself.
Right.
I did that to myself. I wanted to be involved. I wanted to do everything. I wanted to be at every football game, everything. I wanted to do everything because I was like, senior year, I want to do everything. Right. I don't want to let this time go to waste, but do stuff because it's fun and it's worth it and you learn stuff, but don't overdo yourself because I overdid myself. It was right around Christmas time. And I was just done. I mean, I was done. Like, if it wasn't, and then to spring break, it kind of was bad. But on spring break, I kind of calmed things down. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, do stuff and have fun with it. But, watch yourself, watch your mental health, really. If you need to cut back on things, that's your right to do so. And if other people don't understand that, then I don't know what to tell them. So
suck it up.
But that would be what I would say. Is be involved and have fun,
So is that your advice to like the younger class?
That's my advice. I kind of went off your question. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. What was even my question?
I forgot halfway through.
I just told you were Mr. Niles and
and then I went off of Blossom Time.
Yep.
Okay.
So tell us a little about that. You're the only Mr. Niles.
I was only Mr. Niles, right? And then another guy came in from Berrien. So our Miss Niles, she's from Berrien.
Right, but
she goes to Berrien school, but she lives in Niles, so she has to do like the Niles pageant.
Right.
Same thing with
that guy,
our other guy, Caden. He's a cool dude, man. He's
good guy,
great guy,
great guy.
So we were both. Well, I was Mr. Niles. He was first runner up, or Mr. Nice Guy, whatever you want to call it. And so we went to, it was a lot of work. Learn how to do interviews and stuff.
Right. Went to elementary schools,
read to a bunch of people. But then, pageant day came and Blossom Time, I got lucky to get second runner up, which is right where I wanted to be. Cause I don't have a lot of responsibilities, but I get to go do all the cool stuff.
Right.
So it's like perfect. I'm right there. I'm all for it.
You recently just went on a little farm tour with the gang?
We went on Goodwill tour, which is 3 days and you go all over to all the different communities. We went to Lansing. We got to go to the Capitol. We went to Michigan State Police Academy. Got to ride in the cars. Did some hot laps. This guy's going 60 around turns. It was insane. We hit a bird.
Oh.
Smoked a bird.
Oh.
Yeah. Not ideal.
No. He went bye-bye.
He went, yeah. He's
gone.
He's gone.
He's a goner.
He's flying around in heaven right now.
All right.
Rip Mr. Bird.
But
no, it was fun though, and learning and seeing all the cool stuff and learning about where you came from and how diverse Southwest Michigan is.
Yeah,
especially with the farm tour. Like I didn't know that. Like in Southwest Michigan, we grow a lot of. We're number one in tart cherry production
in the state,
in Southwest Michigan, in the nation.
Oh.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know we grew asparagus. I didn't know we grew green beans and all this other stuff. I just thought we had corns and soybeans.
And apples.
And apples.
That's all I knew.
That's all I knew. No, it was a cool experience. And I think getting into it was just luck of the draw. Paxton Daniel came up to me. He was last year's Mr. Niles. And he goes, dude, you got to do it. You're like, and then Emma Williams came up to me. Dude, you got to do it. You'd be perfect. And then Bailey Davis, Dan's girlfriend, came up to me. It's like, you got to do it. Like, I told my mom, I said, Mom, do I really want to do this? It's like, it's going to be a lot. And she's like, yeah, do it. again, I went back to senior year. Why not? So I did it, and I know I think a lot of it was what I've learned was insane from it, and meeting I made 28 friends in the span of 3 days, or in like 3 weeks. 28 like good friends. So I honestly think if you guys, I'd go for it and do it because it was fun. It was a good time.
I was told to do Mr. Niles.
It was a good time. I think my brother might run for it next year.
You will?
But I don't know.
I'd vote for him if I was
I'd vote for him.
Man, Rowan.
This sucks.
This sucks. Man, last podcast.
I'll have to come on the podcast next year.
Again, yeah.
You have to.
Because you're going to...
I'm going to Southwestern for 2 years.
And then you're going to MSU for 2 years?
And then I'm going to go to MSU for 2 years, yep.
Okay. But are you still taking MSU classes at
I'm going to take, yep. I'm going to take MSU, Michigan, so it's going to be 50-50. So it'll be 50% Southwestern coursework and 50% Michigan State coursework. And I'll graduate from Southwestern with a ag tech degree. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I'll either go to, right now I'm looking at swine management up at MSU for pigs. But if I follow that route, I'm going to have to go out west somewhere because there's not enough swine production here in Michigan.
Right. Or
south. And then I'm also going to do a crop or a soil sampling internship this fall. So I'm going to try that out. And I mean, going to Southwestern for 2 years, that gives me time to, maybe I like crops more. I don't know yet. So
gives you a little vision of what
time.
You like.
Yeah. So we'll go to MSU for soil sampling if things change. Yeah. And then also firefighting.
Firefighting, you're about to get, you're certified now, right?
Jake just got certified, yeah.
But you're coming up, though.
I'm coming up. I'm going to take my class either this fall or in the spring. I don't know yet. But, yeah, Jake, he got a fire call the other day, his first one.
Oh, man.
I don't mean to brag, but I got a fire call before he did.
Oh.
And I'm not certified, but I got to go and put out a swamp fire, all right?
Look at you.
Look at me go.
What was his call yesterday?
His was, so you know like downtown, like those roads or those buildings?
Yeah.
It was one of those somewhere. I don't know if it was in Dowagiac or somewhere else, because they got their second. So they were second due. But so when they got there, the fire was pretty much out. But he got to go around with a thermal camera and check for hot spots and stuff. So I asked him, I said, Jake, how fast was your heart going? He said, dude, I was about to run out of the fire truck. I said, Adrenaline, man. I got it from that swamp fire, and it was just a little fire.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
It's different on the job. I mean, adrenaline, I'm telling you, people are like, adrenaline is not real.
It is.
Yeah, that
100%.
It gets you going.
Go deer hunting. Go duck hunting one time and tell me adrenaline doesn't exist.
See.
When you have ducks circling you, like, my heart gets going so fast.
I'll tell you what. Football games get adrenaline going.
Oh, I bet.
I don't think people realize.
Adrenaline gets going for me, and I'm in the stands.
The people don't realize that, like, the more you come out for football, now I'm off topic now, but the more you come out for football, the more better we play, in my opinion.
Yeah, more people, more louder.
More loud.
More loud?
Yep.
More loudest?
Louder.
Loudest.
Yep.
Louderest? Is that a word? Probably not.
I don't think so.
I don't think you can put two suffixes together. No. I think that's what they're called. Don't quote me on that.
We'll have to have corn on.
I'm about to graduate, all right? I'm not an English. I'm not going for English. I'm going for farming. It's totally different.
Totally different. Man.
I don't think, like, adrenaline, I don't think I get adrenaline from hockey. I'll be honest. Really? I don't think I guess if it's a big game, I do. Or if, like, senior night, yeah, I did. But, like, if it's just, like, a small game, I guess I get too focused. And I'm like, I got to get the job done.
Right.
And, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Who's someone you would put on the podcast? Like, anyone in this community.
That's hard because, or like a guest? Or like
a guest.
Oh, okay. A guest. I don't know. Because I feel like there's so many cool people in this community that you could put on there. So I really couldn't tell you.
I couldn't either.
So why'd you ask me?
I was just throwing it out there.
Just throwing something out there?
See if you had anything.
I don't know. I guess.
Year.
I couldn't tell you.
Now I gotta find a new co-host.
Now we gotta, yeah. Well, the problem, you gotta have someone that's in the class. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Because it's just way too hard. But I heard, well, it's gonna be a CTE class next year.
It's gonna be a CTE class.
So,
and possibly a 2-hour class.
Yeah. So maybe you'll have more options.
You know, Corn was talking about every Friday game day, I'd go to like either Front Street, he said, or Wings, etc. Set up a podcast, interview my person there. I'm like, that's cool, but
I feel like
do I get free food?
It'd be too loud.
It'd be loud too. 'Cause, I mean, not a lot of people will go at like 2:00 in the daytime.
Yeah, let's
but
go.
It'll still be loud
On a Monday or something.
Yeah.
Well, Friday you said.
Yeah.
So it'd be a little different, I guess.
I think
these chairs are very squeaky.
I think our athletics should like do like a little like tailgate before every home game. Just throwing it out there because you did one this year.
I did one at Edwardsburg.
Rowan's tailgate against Edwardsburg.
The right fight for your right.
That was
to party.
Yep.
RITE. Rowan Iwaniuk tailgate experience. Should I bring it back? I might have to bring it back.
Bring it back.
Opening day next year.
St. Joe.
St. Joe, here or away?
Here. First game, home opener.
I might have to.
Do it. You should do it on like the little grass fields we have.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll have one at another community pep rally like usual.
Yep. I'm gonna try and go to a lot of stuff this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be
a lot of games.
I don't know. I'm
You're
so
close to home.
I'm so Viking prideful, you know. I can't just let go.
Right.
I don't know. I even because I had a nice shirt on for the scholarship. I went all the way home and changed my shirt just for this occasion.
Came back.
I had to put on the old Niles.
And then tomorrow you walk in your cap and gown in the elementary
schools. I'm gonna cry when I see my mom. I bet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start crying when I see like Braylon.
Yeah.
Or like
Dane
or somebody, man.
I just wonder what they're gonna take. Where they're gonna take us for project graduation.
Oh, you can't wait. No phones, no nothing.
I wish we had phones though, because I want to like have those memories. But I understand why.
Yeah, so people don't just sit on them and.
That's why, but I don't know. I want memories, but it's all right.
Take one of those Polaroid cameras.
A disposable camera?
Like a disposable camera. They got some at Five Below.
Really?
Yep.
That would actually be cool because you know those people that. All right. You know those people that like on TikTok or whatever that they like hand people like a disposable camera at the airport. And say, where are you going? And they're like, oh, I'm going to Italy or something.
Yeah.
And then they take pictures and they come out fire.
Yeah.
Might have to dabble.
They're like $5 a camera, but like you have to buy the film separately.
Oh.
At $5, it's like another $5. So
$10 for a camera though, that's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Well, Rowan, I think this is it. It's unbelievable.
Can't, dude.
Man, this is. We have the wrong soundboard, by the way.
So we don't have music.
Yeah, so we'll have to edit.
Are you going to try and edit that in?
Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, I'm going to edit that in. He's freshman.
Well,
anyway, Ron, I'm going to have you close it out for one last time.
All right, before we close it out, I got a couple thank yous.
Oh.
All right. First, I'm going to start off with you.
Oh, man.
You put me on the podcast. You're the one that said to go do it. You pushed for me to be on it. So thank you. Without all this, I don't know. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be on the podcast. There would be no Rowan Iwaniuk and Trenton Scott. Viking Huddle would be just, So I appreciate you for that.
Man.
Corn, appreciate you, man. You one of my top 3 teachers, probably, easily. I'd put you at second. Miss Rogers is first. You just can't beat her. I've known her forever. Corn's going to go second, though. And then third, we're going to go Yankee.
Yankee's a good guy.
Just love Yankee. I don't know. But thank you, Corn, for, being so willing and helpful on these videos that we made, these podcasts we made, and trying to teach. And if, one of us comes up with a better idea, you take consideration to everything. And I think that's very important as a teacher. So I appreciate that. And last but not least, thank you guys for watching and listening. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't, like I say every time I say, if it wasn't for you guys, this channel or this page would not grow. There wouldn't be a want to make more podcasts. This wouldn't be happening. We wouldn't have been able to meet all these cool people if it weren't for you guys listening in and, growing our channel. So thank you guys that listen and watch. You guys made this happen. Yes, we were here talking and doing our jokes and whatnot, but right. You guys made it happen, and you guys were there for us, and give us tips and tricks. Hey, the audio was off this time. Hey, this whatever. So
and sponsorships. That's huge too. That goes along with I don't know. I think our community is amazing, and when we see something that's also happening that's amazing, we come together. So yep. I think what happened this year was fun. It was a good time, cool experiences, cool people we met. Yeah, it was a year, man. What a year.
Year.
So many events this year here at Niles High School.
So many events, so many wins, This year will go down in history, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, it already has, but...
Memorable year for me. I was being 80 years old just thinking about my junior year in high school.
I don't think I could have had a better senior year. Maybe on the hockey side of things, I wish I had a better hockey senior year, but, I mean, school life and everything I did...
Beautiful.
I couldn't change it for nothing, so...
Well...
I don't want to close it out, dude. This sucks. But we're going to go... It's like you just got to rip it off like a Band-Aid.
Like a Band-Aid. It's going to hurt, but...
It's going to hurt. But thank you guys for tuning in to the Viking Huddle. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your sponsorships. We appreciate everything you guys do for us. And I guess one last time, Trenton.
One last time. What do we say after every podcast? Have a good day and
go Vikes.